Bear with me. I'm a terrible public speaker, but true to form, Maud decided to set me up to prove me wrong, and hopefully she does prove me wrong today. So good morning. My name is Patrick Doyle, and I couldn't be happier than to be here with you all this beautiful morning. First off, I'd like to give a big mahalo to Cure Search Honolulu, and a shout out to the event organizers and all the volunteers that gave so much of their time to make today happen. Thank you. Mahalo. How about a big mahalo for all of you that came out this morning to support this walk and this cause. Mahalo. So, who am I and why was I asked to talk to you folks today? Believe me, a few minutes ago, when I was trying to escape to the car and get out of the parking lot, I was thinking the same thing to myself. I was asked to share with you my unique perspective that I've been given into the world of cancer and how it affects all of us. The keiki, the parents, the siblings, the grandparents, the friends, the list goes on and on. Suffice to say, we're all in one way or another affected by cancer. Recent statistics say 1 in 2 men will get cancer. 1 in 3 women will get cancer. And cancer kills a child every 4 hours in this country. For me, it's been the past 16 years working as a pediatric critical care nurse and a pediatric oncology nurse that brought me to this place. Some would say I've seen it all. I don't know that I've seen it all, but I do know that I've seen more than I've ever wanted to see. I cannot count the number of times I've had to sit with a family as a doctor delivers the news no one is ever prepared for. Your child has cancer. In an instant, in the blink of an eye, the snap of your fingers, lives are forever changed, turned upside down, inside out. There's grief, anger, blame, denial, doubt. But for each of these situations, there's one thing they all have in common: the child. And with the child comes innocence, hopes, and a family that will fight like they've never fought anything before. From infant to teen, I've witnessed this over and over again. What I've also witnessed is the bravery, courageousness, strength, and determination of these kids, of you kids here today. Fighting like little warriors, some before they could even spell cancer, nonetheless understand what it means. Trying to explain to a child what a Mediport is, why we're giving medicine that's going to make you feel sicker, why your hair will fall out, why you won't be able to go to school or see your friends for a while. Trying to explain why. At the same time, trying to answer your parents' questions, your brothers, your sisters. The 20 aunties will all seem to show up at different times asking the same exact questions. This can be some of the daily challenges of a pediatric oncology nurse. The biggest challenges for me personally have been the loss of some of my patients. The conversations with a 16-year-old, acknowledging her own impending death and saying goodbye. Being at the bedside of a family when they decide their baby has fought long enough and hard enough, and the time has come to let her go to heaven. Holding the hand of one of the best friends. Holding the hand of one of the best friends I'll ever have as he fell asleep, never to awake again at the age of 13. I've also been blessed to be there for the good times, the delivery of the word remission, port and catheter removals, saying no more pokes for 3 months, attending school graduations, weddings, yearly life celebrations. So yeah, a unique perspective into what you're all going through. Enough stories to write a book, some would say. I thought because I've stood at your sides during your battles, fought with you, cried with you, pranked with you, laughed with you, that I had a unique perspective into the life of kids and their families with cancer. That was until January 25th of this year, when following a CT, the ER doc at Castle walked into my room and said, "You have cancer." Yes, folks, I am the face of cancer. I too am the face of cancer. I do have to admit I'm still a little stunned when some say, "You look great for someone with cancer." What exactly does someone with cancer look like? Do you want me hairless? I was there a few months ago. But every night I said my prayers to Saint Alopecia, the same patron saint of hair. And well, my prayers are answered. How's that? Sometimes I actually have to show off my port as proof that I too am in this battle with you. So yeah, January 25th, 2012, the day I was forced over to the dark side. Biopsies, port placements, stage 2, large B-cell non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. I've had my first 6 rounds of chemo that didn't finish the job. So it was on to 5 weeks of a 5 times a week radiation course. I'm now in that horrible limbo place where so many of us have been, waiting to see if everything worked, waiting the weeks before they'll do the scans to see what's happening inside of my body. Chemo side effects? Yeah, been there, done that. I've even had, or been blessed, to have some of the rare side effects, like hiccups for 8 hours after chemo. It's pretty funny for the first half hour. By hour 2 and 3, it'll drop you to your knees crying and begging to be puking instead of hiccuping. The kids know what I'm talking about. But what separates me from my other adult brothers and sisters with cancer is that I've had years of training by the best of the best on how to be the perfect cancer patient. My teachers were all of you kids. I remember the first time the puke monster showed up in my hospital room, right after my first round of chemo. The puke monster was the one thing I feared the most with chemo. And when he got a hold of me, I became a big crybaby and shoved my head under the pillows, never wanting to come out again, until I received a call from a nurse I used to work with. First thing I hear when I pick up the phone is, "Suck it up and knock it off." I was like, "What? You can't be mean to me. I have cancer." Again, suck it up. And she goes on to remind me of the kids in the hospital that I took care of and what they would do when the puke monster showed up in their room. They'd puke, brush their teeth, wash their face, come out of the room and say, "Hey, Uncle, can I go back to the playroom? I'm missing bingo." It was at that moment that I realized and decided that in honor and respect of all of my patients, the kids that taught me so well, I would face this battle with all the strength, determination, honesty, bravery, and spirit you kids taught me. And when possible, joke and laugh every chance I get. I'm not saying every day through treatment can be just brushed off and laughed away. Some days truly do suck. And there's nothing that will make them better. It's okay to acknowledge those days that suck. It's okay to get angry. It's okay to get mad. And most of all, it's okay to get sad. Just don't let those feelings take over and keep you down. Cancer is not fair. Cancer is a bully. But know that when you are feeling angry, mad, and sad, you are not alone. We are all part of a special family, a new group of brothers and sisters. And anytime you feel like you can't or just don't want to face up to that bully cancer alone, you don't have to. We are here with you. beside you, behind you, even right up in cancer's face if we have to get there. Whenever you need us, we will be there. When we all come together, we do have the power to kick cancer's butt. We have seen that when we come together and fight together, we can make a difference. There are now 430,000 survivors of childhood cancers. Many are adults, and 107,000 are still kids, now living happy, cancer-free lives. Yeah. It's continuing to support causes like Cure Search that we can continue to raise awareness and get the funding necessary to see these numbers increase, find the cures, and kick cancer's butt for good. So, yeah, I have a unique perspective, going from giving the chemo to getting the chemo, going from rushing to give the Zofran in time to begging my nurse to get me my Zofran in time. Realizing you guys weren't making it up when you told me that the saline flushes taste really gnarly. As your nurse, I've always been in awe of my patients, facing life-threatening illnesses as children. You, here today, and the ones taken too soon, have inspired me and taught me what is important in life, how to live my life to the fullest, openly, honestly, enjoying every day. You kids are the true heroes in this world. As someone with cancer, I stand proud at your sides, part of a very special army, an army of survivors. Thank you.